The world in 2026 wants you to be soft. It wants you to be predictable. It feeds you comfort to keep you from your potential. Every app, every notification, every easy choice is a brick in the wall of your own prison. But 2,500 years ago, there was a group of men who lived by a different code: the Spartans. Most people watch the movie 300 and see a war film. At Hidden Lens, we see a blueprint, a psychological manual for the unbreakable mind. Today, we decode the secrets of the Spartan life, secrets that modern science is only now beginning to understand. If you are tired of being average, if you are ready to stand while others bow, welcome to the Agoge. Welcome to Hidden Lens.
Transformation does not happen in a warm bed. It happens in the cold. At the age of 7, a Spartan boy was taken from his mother. He did not go to school. He went into the Agoge. For 13 years, his only friends were hunger and pain. There is a legend of a Spartan youth. He stole a fox to survive. When caught by his masters, he hid the animal under his cloak. The fox began to tear out his bowels with its teeth. The boy did not flinch. He died in silence rather than be caught in a dishonorable act. Why? Because the Spartans knew that physical pain is temporary, but the shame of weakness is eternal. In our modern world, we have an abundance of easy, and because of it, we appreciate nothing. Do you want to build a mind like Leonidas? Then you must seek voluntary hardship. Take the cold shower when you want the warm one. Take the stairs when the elevator is waiting. Handicap your training so that the performance feels light. If you agree that comfort is the enemy, leave a comment below. Tell the Hidden Lens community what is the one hard thing you did today.
Silence is a weapon. The world today is noisy. Everyone is talking, but no one is saying anything. The Spartans, they hated noise. They practiced Laconic speech, named after their home, Laconia. When Philip of Macedon, the father of Alexander the Great, sent a threat, he said, "If I enter Laconia, I will raze your city to the ground." The Spartans, they didn't send an army. They didn't send a long letter. They replied with one single word: if. That is absolute power, the ability to deflate a pompous speaker with a single breath. How much of your life is wasted on weak feedback, texting, arguing, explaining yourself to people who do not matter? Stop being a writer. Start being a doer. Unless you are writing the history of your own victory, shut up. Choose your words like you choose your warriors, with extreme prejudice.
A Spartan is never alone. The strength of the 300 was not their swords, it was the shield. The Phalanx is the ultimate lesson in carnal trust. Your shield does not protect you, it protects the man to your left. If one man fails, the formation breaks. If one man's ego becomes larger than the unit, everyone dies. In your business, in your family, in your team, are you building a phalanx, or are you just a group of individuals looking for personal glory? Others scale departments. At Hidden Lens, we scale trust. A great leader like Leonidas will never ask you to do what he is not willing to do himself. He was the face the enemy saw. He was the first to bleed. He was the last to fall.
If you want to be part of a community that values purpose over position, hit that subscribe button right now, because we are building a modern phalanx.
But what happens when the shield breaks? Enter Ephialtes, the outcast, the man who was not enough. He wanted the glory of the uniform, but he couldn't handle the Agoge. Ephialtes is not just a traitor in a movie. He is the voice in your head that tells you to take the shortcut. The voice that tells you to sell your soul for gold, for sex, for pleasure. He showed the enemy the secret path to avoid the struggle. When Leonidas looked at him, he didn't curse him with death. He gave him the ultimate Spartan curse. May you live forever. Think about that. In a culture where a beautiful death was the highest honor, to live forever means to never find peace, to be remembered only as a nightmare. In the Greek language, the word Ephialtes literally means nightmare. Are you taking the goat path? Are you betraying your potential for a moment of comfort? Don't be the man who dies at 25 but isn't buried until 75.
The Shade, defying the impossible. Xerxes had 1,000,000 soldiers. Leonidas had 300. When the Persians said, "Our arrows will blot out the sun," the Spartans replied, "Then we shall fight in the shade." This is the definition of Stoicism. You cannot control the arrows, you cannot control the weather, but you have absolute power over your response. If the world is dark, fight in the dark. If the challenge is huge, use it for shade. Never surrender, never retreat. Taught to return with your shield or on it. A Spartan soldier paves his own way. Success does not come naturally. Success is the product of sweat and tears.
The investigation does not end at Thermopylae. The 300 died so that Greece could live. Their names are written in the ageless stones, but the question remains for you. What is your Thermopylae? What is the line you will not cross? At Hidden Lens, we don't just tell stories, we provide the steel for your soul. If you want to understand the hidden geometry of power, watch our next video on the fall of empires, linked right here. And before you go, leave a like. Show the world that there are still free men among the slaves. I am Hidden Lens. Stay sharp, stay disciplined, and remember, Spartans never surrender.